we decided to spend a couple of days camping inside Colorado National Monument. And honestly, it ended up feeling way more like a national park experience than we expected. Except most of the time, we actually had the views completely to ourselves. We got to slow down for a few days to see what it's actually like to stay here instead of just driving through.
So I do have to say, staying in campgrounds does have its perks. It's really nice that we're staying inside the National Monument here because all the trailheads and viewpoints are so close by. So we got to have a really slow morning and just kind of enjoy breakfast and coffee here. But I think we're ready now to actually hit the trails.
Sorry girlies, it's not dog friendly.
It is not, but we'll be back soon.
Love you.
So we're obviously on trail now, and we had originally planned to go do the Devil's Kitchen hike, which is a super short overlook into like a big rock garden. But we met someone on trail that actually recommended the Echo Canyon Trail. It's a little bit longer. It's still only going to be like a 3-mile hike, but it takes you along a riparian corridor, and apparently there's some nesting birds here. So we'll keep an eye out.
Made it to the tippy top of the A list, if you guys get that reference.
Just a little dugout spot. I don't know if it was man-made. Probably at some point some people covered it out a little extra, but gave a pretty good view up there.
So we made it all the way to the end of Echo Canyon, and it's basically a 1.5-mile hike that leads you to this big alcove.
And you know, we'd mentioned that the birds were nesting, and we did see some of those honks, and there's tons of martins and some crows flying around, hummingbirds even.
Yes.
But they are so impossible
They're
to capture.
way too fast for us to like capture, so you just gotta take our word
Take our
for
word
it.
for it, yeah.
But even if you don't see those birds, it is such a beautiful hike. It is such a lush green canyon, and right now it's early May, so there's tons of wildflowers, and we've seen the entire rainbow of flowers.
Oh, it's been amazing. It has been absolutely beautiful, and you know, I'm really glad that we got to do this and come like off of the road, because our next adventure is going to be pretty much the most popular thing to do in the National Monument.
Yes, after we've made those 1.5 miles back to the trailhead, we will start the Scenic Rim Drive. And there's tons of overlooks along the way. And if you've seen any pictures of Colorado National Monument before, it's probably from the Rim Drive. So I think it's gonna be really nice to see the contrast of like being here inside the canyon and then being on top of the rim and looking down.
Absolutely. So that's going to be super fun, and I guess it's time for us to head back. Great hike. Luckily, coincidentally, the trailhead is right at the east entrance, which is one of the two ends of the Scenic Rim Drive, so almost like we planned it. What an amazing drive, and we haven't even really driven that far up, but it reminds us so much of a lot of the Utah national parks with the different colored rock, the weathered landscapes, the canyons. It's all just so amazing, but at a fraction of the crowds. Colorado National Monument is super worth it, and we have so much more to see. Didn't expect to be taking a short little hike, but you can walk the half-mile down and a half-mile back for a 1-mile round tripper to get to the top of the coke ovens here, which is just a rock formation that looks like coke ovens. And if you don't feel like taking the hike, you can always just see the coke ovens from a few different viewing areas, and we'll overlay that from the next couple of stops and the previous stops.
You want to know something crazy?
Yeah,
These rock formations are over 200 million years old.
that is crazy.
That was a little scary. But this here might be my favorite view yet. So this is the Grand View, and you are looking out to a couple of named rock formations. So the first one right here behind me is the Prayer Hands. Then this big one here in the middle that is kind of alone is Independence Rock, also aptly named. And then the very large one here to the other side is called the Island. And if you look very closely, you can see that there's a trail kind of leading like in between the rocks. This is the trail that we are planning on hiking tomorrow, so we can see all these rocks from below.
Another great view of Independent Monument, and this is from the Otto Trail, which is a super short, like 0.7 mile round tripper, and it's actually to honor John Otto, who actually was the pioneer who really tried to make this place a national park and got it to be a national monument when Taft signed it that way. But it's super cool, and this is the actual trail that he took to get over to Independence Monument and climb it and make the first ascent.
Last stop of the Scenic Drive, where you can see the Redlands fault line right here from the viewpoint.
Yes, it is super cool to see that fault line cutting across the landscape, and that's been our entire trip. It's just been super gorgeous views the entire time. I can see why it's a very popular way to see the monument.
Absolutely. And the surprising thing is, while we've seen a few groups here and there, we actually had all the viewpoints to ourselves at some point in time.
Yes, but it's been a long day. We had the hike, and the drive takes a long time because there's so many stops, so we have worked up an appetite, so it's time to head back to camp and get some dinner.
Yes.
So dinner was pretty good, if I do say so myself and toot my own horn. And the drive was amazing, but we have one last thing for today, which is a nice little sunset hike. And even though this is not a very dog-friendly place, we're gonna make this one a dog-friendly one. Come on, Tinky.
There are no dog-friendly trails here in the National Monument, but we kind of found what feels like a loophole. So we saw on the map that there is the Canyon Rim Trail, which has some gorgeous views of Monument Valley. And there is a very lightly traveled road that literally is right next to the trail. So we figured if we walk on that roadway with the dogs, where dogs are allowed, we should get basically the same views, right? So that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Bye, girls. You got the AC. You'll be good. Had a wonderful, easy morning again. Got to enjoy coffee inside the trailer with a gorgeous sunrise that we didn't even have to really leave for. So that was awesome. But now we are doing our bigger hike to explore the bottom side of the monument like we talked about. It's going to be the Monument Canyon Loop. And you go through Wedding Canyon, then into Monument Canyon. It's about 5 miles, 750 feet of elevation. So not a crazy hike, but definitely going to be a good one.
The overall elevation gain is not too bad, but you basically do it all in one go. So it's a little bit of a calf burner.
Been a while since we did a suffer cam. I think this has earned a suffer cam because whew, it is steep up. Whew. Oh, I'm gonna have to take a break soon.
Absolutely crazy rock formations here on trail. You have the sandstone cliffs right behind me, you have the fins right here, and then you have the super black lava stone. Super crazy.
Wow, what an amazing hike. Not only do you get to walk underneath those giant monuments and really see the grandeur and the scale of them, but it's just an amazing desert hike. We had amazing cactus blooms here in May. We had other wildflowers that were coming up, tons of wildlife sightings. It's just an amazing hike and I can't recommend it enough.
This was a great hike. Let's check the all trail stats. Alright, 5 miles and 800 feet of elevation gain. And I think our plan for this afternoon is to just enjoy camp a little bit, take it easy, get a little bit of work done, and then for dinner, Eric has something special planned. Full disclosure, it is a very unproven concept, so it could end up in a disaster. But we're gonna take you along for this experiment.
Hello, girl.
Oh, you got your cake.
And Tinkerbell was in the crate.
Hi, sweetie. I missed you too.
Hey, girl. One of them definitely got the AC. Was it you, Floofer Nugget?
Doesn't matter.
Just got the girlies fed and we got a bunch of work done this afternoon, but now it is time for us to embark on our little dinner adventure together. I need about that much.
Pizza, right? No ingredients.
So we got a pro tip from Reddit that said actually cook the crust a little on one side first, then flip it, and then you can build the pizza, because if you don't, that crust is not going to cook all the way through by the time all the cheese and everything's melted on top. So we're going to see if it works.
So how confident are you in this?
I am not confident at all right now. This is cooking up fast. Holy cow. Getting closer.
Is the bottom burned?
I don't know.
Alright. Of course, yours didn't go. So, what are our thoughts? Oh, the bottom looks really good.
Bottom does look good. We'll see if it's good. All right, we'll go the cheese top, not the pepperoni top first. That came out real solid. The top could be a little bit more, you know, like in a good pizza oven, you get more heat on the top that caramelizes your cheese, but it came out great.
Okay. It feels really good, like it's, you know, like nicely baked. Has a crunch to it. Wow. Not gonna lie, this is better than I expected. So Eric, I have to say, pizza came out better than I expected. I'm sorry I didn't have that much faith in your abilities.
I did not have the faith either, so it is okay. It came out way better than I expected, and I think we're going to have to add that to the rotation, making only small improvements, really.
Yes, I think we have to be just more experimental with our Blackstone. So if you guys have some like favorite camping recipes that you are making on your Blackstone, let us know below.
Yeah, drop those in the comments because I'm willing to try and videotape the experience so that you can make fun of us when I fail.
Or hopefully not fail.
Or
and then
succeed.
I get delicious food, yes.
Yes.
But this ends our video here at Colorado National Monument. We really enjoyed camping here in the National Monument. The campground is really amazing. You are really high up. You have amazing views. And you are just close to everything here, which is so convenient.
It is, but even with the great camping experience we had here in the campground, we are ready to get out of the campground and get on to some like more sparsely populated public lands like we're used to.
Yeah, we can only do campgrounds for a few days, so I think we're ready to go a little bit out in the boonies, do some boondocking. So next time you'll see us, hopefully we have found a place that is a little bit more peaceful and quiet, and there's a lot of solitude there.
Absolutely, and as always guys, if you did make it this far, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and that bell for all the notifications and updates so you can see our next camping adventure.
Hopefully we'll see you there.
See you there.
That lizard got me good. Scared the shit out of me.